I wanted to do a video about disabilities. Um, I think I covered before, this will be about just different things. I have PCOS, that's why I have this beard, and please don't mention spironolactone. I know that's to try and help me, or aldactone. I can't take them anymore. I forget what it does to potassium, whether it takes it away or adds it. But that time that I was in a coma, my potassium was either way high or way low, and it was partly because, or at least the spironolactone didn't help, and they put me on it at least one other time, maybe two afterwards, and they checked my blood work, and it was affecting my potassium again. So they had to take me off of it, but that's one disability. Or it can be. It can be very debilitating. I have a whole host of issues in my back. Like, the doctor, I asked where it hurt, and I said, everywhere, all of it. He's like, all of it? I was like, from the top of my back to the bottom, from left to right, and everything in between. He's like, well, and also, if I wasn't very careful, my feet would go out from under me. So when I say my back goes out, that's what I mean. And so he was like, we need to do an MRI, and he did, and there was something wrong with literally all of my back. Different things in different areas, but it's pretty much a train wreck. So that's another thing. I also have mental disabilities and developmental disabilities. I was born with mosaicism, or mosaic Down syndrome, which most people haven't heard of because it's fairly rare, as is translocation Down syndrome. The most common, and what most people have heard of and think of, affects about 95, actually more than that percent. It's usually more like 96 to 97% of people is, of course, the trisomy. Mosaic just means it doesn't affect all genes, but it affects some genes, and it affects everyone different. So it might affect certain cells in my body that it doesn't affect in somebody else, and vice versa. And so that's another way. And I was actually born with scoliosis, and I found out that, and the doctors didn't know it, and I don't blame them, but sometimes I get frustrated just thinking about all the times I said I was in pain, and because I was young, they treated me skeptically. And it turned out that I had an issue with my neck that I was born with, that they found just recently. And I have issues with my stomach because of the mosaicism, or the mosaic Down syndrome. And I have major depression and anxiety, and I think it's most of my mental illness now, although I do take a medication for mood stabilization, and also PTSD, but I go to a psychosocial program that's for people that also have mental illness, and you can go there and socialize and without worry about being made fun of or anything like that. I only go one day a week, presently for several different reasons. And I think it's the most I can really think of. And of course, little issues that everyone has, and a lot of complications from like the PCOS that leads to a whole host of other issues like the insulin resistance, which I don't have to take any medication for right now because of diet and exercise. Although now that I've gained some of the weight back because of my back, they were thinking about maybe putting me back on metformin. But if I can get my back taken care of, which is why I changed the insurance, then I can lose the weight again. And I know this because I've done 2 of the temporary. This is where they just do something to the nerve for 2 weeks. And really, the effects of it are the most potent those first 2 weeks, but it lasts for about a month or so. And I lost weight during that month every time because I was able to walk more. So I think when the more permanent procedure is done, which lasts up to 11 months, the reason why they do temporary procedures is they do it in different areas, and then you report if it made it better, made it worse, kept it the same, all that. And then they decide if they're going to do the main procedure, and hopefully they'll do that. But like I said, they were out of network with the particular insurance I had, so May 1st, I'm changing, and I have to stay with them to May 31st. But the main thing is I can change if they aren't after the May 31st. So starting June 1st, I can change. And of course, you have to do it ahead of time. But I'll probably stay with them for a long time. I don't really jump insurances. I don't know anyone that does this on Medicaid and Medicare, but like I was with Aetna and Humana for years, and then I was on Aetna DSMP. That's where you get special help if you're on Medicaid and Medicare both, and they agree with the government to pay both Medicaid and Medicare and stuff. And I'm with United Healthcare now, and I'll probably stay with them a long time. But they actually call me once a year, and I can call them anytime. And it's select what I think, but what they do is they're impartial, and they decide based on the doctors you see and what health problems you're having at that specific time, what insurance is best for you, which is why I changed, because Aetna had been the best, but then my back happened and they're not in network or something, and they don't pay for that procedure or whatever the issue was, but they will, but United Healthcare will, and if they won't, then I will go to another, and I'm allowed to do that. But I have to have my back fixed. I have to get it fixed. There's no ifs, ands, or buts. And I may do some fun videos just telling you about who I am and my life and such. And I would like for you to like and subscribe and comment, and maybe tell me a little bit about yourself. And this is a judgment-free zone. I will delete any comments that are negative. not constructive criticism is okay, but being mean to someone and judging them when they're trying to tell you their story in comments will not be tolerated. And if you make a habit of seeing how far you can push me, you will be blocked. The United States might be a democracy with freedom of speech, but my comments are a dictatorship. So if you're mean there and don't know how to behave and be nice to people when you say what you have to say, your comments will be blocked if I have to. They will definitely be deleted, and if I have to, I will block them. And if you keep coming back, I'll keep blocking. I mean, that's just all there is to it. No matter how many names you come up with. I don't care. I mean, one of the upsides to being disabled is I have a lot of time on YouTube because I can't do a whole lot else. And that's kind of why I decided to do this channel. And I saw that, and actually I've been thinking on one for a long time, and I probably won't do true crime, but I love it, and really that's what I wanted to do, but I just don't think I have the energy and the mental power and everything to do it, but kudos to those that can. And with that, I'm probably going to go. And don't forget to like, subscribe, comment, share, all the things that you do with the YouTube things. And I hope you have a nice rest of your day. Bye.